and welcome to Measure Up Angling. It's the middle of March, so I'm headed out to a trophy trout lake. It's been stocked with some big sea forellen browns, and I'm prepared. I've got some trout stuff with me, but that isn't the target species today. This lake is also a sleeper bass lake. It's really a great place to fish in the summer and in the fall for largemouth bass. But I'm not heading out here for largemouth either. This lake has a small population of chain pickerel that grow very big. Usually what you tend to see is a lake that doesn't have a lot of chain pickerel. It usually has really big chain pickerel. So that's the target species today. We're going looking for some big ones. We've caught them up here over 5 pounds. I've heard of them getting caught over 7. And because this place is stocked with small trout in the spring, there could be much bigger fish in here too. So the target species is giant pickerel. This is kind of a scouting trip. If things look promising, I'll just come back. You know, it's the first really good warm day that we've had, but being the middle of March, these are pre-spawn fish, so they haven't had a chance to spawn yet. They're going to be big and heavy, and they're going to be looking to go on the feed to prepare for spawning. So hopefully we can run into a few really big fish. You know what? One would be great. I'd also be very happy with a big sea forellen. There's a lot of smaller seafers in here too. Colin and I had a chance to fish it in December. There was just some skim ice on it, and they had just stocked these fish, so we got on them pretty good.
Nice trout. Get him right here. It's a giant seafer. It's a giant sea forellen. Yes.
Wow, I'll tell you what, he hammered it, dude.
Dude.
He hammered it.
That's a giant sea.
Oh, look at that, he just fell off.
Are you ready?
Just fell off.
Ready?
Whoa.
This
yeah, let's see this thing.
Is gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Looks like another seafer.
Get him.
He's good. Yeah, it is. Boy, they're small though. They're small for... Yes. Here we go. Beautiful fish though.
Okay, let me get him untangled here.
All right, yeah. That's a pretty fish. Dark.
That's what we're talking about.
Big. Yeah, what's the deal, man? You get the seafers, I get the regular browns. I don't think that, well, it might be.
Yeah. No, that's a seafer. Ready? Here she comes.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is a seafer. They seem to like that darker color.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to break from the pickerel fishing, but, you know, you want to catch some fish. And like I said, this is a scouting trip. See what's going on. I may be back here tomorrow. You know, pickerel bite really well in cold water. They're a target species for ice fishermen. They bite all winter. Actually, they bite all season. They just like to bite. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to a good day. Come along, check it out. Hopefully I can give you some pointers on catching big pickerel. Most people in this area, they are not a target species, but they are so much fun. They pull hard, they hit hard. A lot of guys don't call them a sport fish, but I mean, they're the pike's smaller cousin. And if you like pike fishing, you should like pickerel fishing too. All right. Starting off with a nice big swim bait. Got a number of presentations that Pickerel Lake. Give this a shot. Couldn't ask for a better day. Beautiful. Working the shoreline right now, looking for some weeds. But I've got some outside structure. A couple of humps. One's all rock. The other one has a lot of weed on it. I'm hoping maybe they'll be out there. That's good. That's what we're looking for. You know, one thing that's rough, and you're always trying to think the bite out, try to figure out what they're doing. And like I said, this fishery has some enormous pickerel in it, and those pickerel are undoubtedly eating trout, the real big ones. 'Cause I mean, if the state's got a stock fish in the 8, 9, 10 inch range, those are prime for big pickerel. So it makes me wonder if I shouldn't be in here fishing something that looks more like a brown or a rainbow trout. But I do like this. It shows like a ghost through the water. It's got a great tail movement. As long as they can see it, you're really trying to spark that predatory response. But yeah, with how soft this water is, I might just change over and fish the Senko. Maybe something that's moving a little less. I mean, like I say, 38-degree water temperature. That's cold. But these pickerel, they should be suspended just off the bottom, and they should be looking. Like I said, this is pre-spawn for them. They should be looking for that big bite. Well, I haven't had a bite working along the edge. Found some weeds. Also found a lot of leaf cover on the bottom, which is no good. I think I'm gonna have to go to the outside. I got a little bit of wind starting to kick, and I'd really like to fish those outside spots before it gets blowing, if it does decide to. I know wind forecast today was light, but still 5 or 6 miles an hour. And the water temp being 38, it's going to bring up some cold and make it a little uncomfortable, but I think the outside is where I want to be. Gotta head out there. Okay, there's a submerged island out here. A couple of buoys marking it, but I can actually see the rocks from where I'm at. I'm sitting in 30 feet of water, so there's a pretty nice drop right there. I'm going to work the drop, go to the back end. There's like a sloping point back there that's got a lot of weed on it. Hoping that that's where they'll be, but I definitely want to try this drop off before I head over there. A lot of boulders down there. Plenty of places for them to hide. But we'll go fish the flat in the back and then make a move. Come on, fish. Just one little bite, just tell me I'm doing it right. Oh, right next to the boat. What happened was I fell off the point. This is a thin point. This is a thin point and I fell off. I fell off the side of it, so I started moving my way back over, and I got right over the top of it, and wham! That was a good solid hit. Now, I don't know if it was a trout, if it was a pickerel. Don't know what it was, but I guess I'm doing something right, because I mean, that one, he nearly pulled the pole out of my hand. I'm surprised he didn't hook himself up. That was not a 38-degree water temperature bite, so definitely wasn't a bass. Had to be a trout or a big pickerel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to find that depth again. I mean, I know I'm casting over it. I know I'm in the zone. Big singular fish owning this spot. All right, I worked this spot and I got him to hit again. I don't know if he's the same fish. That's a nice brown. Yep, nice brown. Let me get the net under him. It could be the same fish, or he could have been in a school. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Wow, what a pretty fish. What a pretty fish. That is a beauty. Come on, buddy. I just want to get the hook out and get you back in. Don't bite me. Hook is out. Just got to get the lure out of his mouth now. There we go. Wow, what a beautiful fish. That was worth coming. And he's not the target species, but definitely worth coming and catching. All right, buddy, come here. Come here. Wow, he ate it good too. He ate it real good. So that tells me something. I'm doing it right. I would think that a pickerel would be willing to hit that as well, if the trout will. So I'm going to stick with the swim bait. I'm going to move off this spot now. I mean, I worked it to death to catch that fish. And that trout was, I mean, a pickerel or a trout should have been there. I mean, it's that point that extends off the sunken island is basically just a spar. It's 12 to 15 feet on top, dropping into 30. And there's not a lot of top. So I just kept rolling that swim bait across the top. And he finally decided he was going to take it. He must have been camped out there. It was probably the same fish that I had bite the first time. I mean, maybe I'll swing back and hit it if I've got time, but I'm thinking that that was a singular fish. Might not have been. Oh, look at that. I just had a trout chase it up. Small trout. Well, geez, you know, if I wanted to catch some trout, I mean, I've got a rod I could downsize. Let's see if I get a few more followers. That looked like a bow. That looked like a rainbow. But they're definitely eager for this swim bait presentation. They're liking that tail wag. I just worked down the east side of the submerged island and I had 3 more trout chase me in. None of them all that big. They're all probably around 14, 15 inches or so. They're too small to take this big swim bait. So what I'm going to do is head out to the next submerged island. I'm going to fish that for a bit. It's already 20 after 11. I only have till 1. So I'm going to go work that spot. And I don't catch anything. I'm coming back out here. I'm going to downsize and I'm going to catch some trout. Just for fun. Getting excited now. Seems like these outside features are what's holding the fish. There's a bump too. No chaser. Might have been a smaller trout grabbing the tail, but oh crap! Didn't mean to do that. All right, but this is getting exciting now. You know, that second hit. All right, there was a hit. It was definitely a fish, but that first one was like the one off the other point, off the point off that other submerged island. I mean, he racked it. Okay, 15. It was right in that 15-foot mark that I got bit on the other spot. There was a bite, but he's just grabbing the tail. Yeah, these fish are definitely out here on these outside features. Should have probably checked here first right when I got here. Oh, oh! That trout was big enough to eat this thing. That was a good sized fish. He was literally right behind it with the tail almost wagging on his nose. He just didn't eat it. I mean, he tapped it early, but yeah, so it's definitely trout. It's not pickerel. See, I know I could downsize and I could catch some more of these, get these smaller trout to bite it. But I really want the bigger ones, and I really want big pickerel. Now these trout are way too big for a pickerel to eat. So they would hang with the predator. They don't care. They're a predator too. It's that 9-10 inch trout that would vacate the area and say, nope, nope, somebody's going to eat me. You know, it's funny, I'm out here looking for pickerel and I'm catching trout. Next time I'll come out here saying, okay, I want to catch a big seifer, I'm going to catch trout, and I'll catch pickerel. Just always seems to work that way. Because I had so many really nice sized trout come up an eyeball, I'm downsizing and I'm going to try and see if I can't bag a couple. Yeah, I know. Should be still working to get the target species, but I mean, some of these fish are really actually pretty big. It'd be nice to catch a couple more. All right, fish on. Holy moly. It's a bass. Wow. Come here, buddy. I just can't seem to catch the target species. Catch everything else. It's a nice bass. Nice chunky one. Got some shoulders. Got big mouth. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, did I knock that? Well, all right. Off you go, buddy. Yeah, what a difference a few hours makes. Went from flat calm to chopped up. I mean, it's not a terrible wind, it's not an unmanageable wind. It's just a cold wind because this water temperature, the wind just lifts that cold off the water and blows it into the boat. There we go. Hey, fish on? Yeah, baby, what do we got? This is a good fish. Oh, don't tell me it's another bass. I don't believe it, it's another bass. Wow. Come here, buddy. Another mushy bite, but it was cool. Yeah! Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! I'll take that. Still not the target species. Green, but not long and thin. Still fantastic. I love it. I love it. Love getting bit. Good quality fish too. Usually something that a bass will eat, a pickerel will definitely eat. They usually tend to be on the same food sources. All right, now I threw this buoy because I swear right where the water dropped into 16, 17 feet, I saw a fish. I dropped the buoy in 14, so if I cast past it and let that thing sink, I should be right in the zone where I saw those fish. There you go, perfect. All right, see what happens. Looks like this side of the buoy is a little higher. There he is. Oh, that was it. That was it. That was a big freaking fish. That was it. Holy cow, how did I miss that guy? I mean, it was a tap, set up, and nothing but weight. Big, whatever that was. That was big. I mean, that was a solid tick. Set up, and it was like hooking into a rock, and he just opened his mouth and it just came out, and I think we're done. Yep, I do believe we're done. But yeah, I like that idea. I really do. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. You know, do the same thing you did today, except run out here with some big shiners. That may be the plan. Maybe come back tomorrow, do it again. Yep. All right, that's it. Let's call it a day. Make our plans for tomorrow. All right, on my way home. That was a pretty cool day. And like I said, it was kind of scouting, if you want to call it that. I mean, I was really hoping to catch a big pickerel. It didn't happen. Got two nice bass and that nice big brown. Hooked onto something in 17 feet of water that was like hooking into a rock. That was fun and that was exciting. And I think I'm gonna come back tomorrow and do it again. But this time I'm going to bring some live bait and try some bottom bouncing rigs and see if we can't get that big pickerel, or see if we can't get one of those seafers, one of those really big brood stock trout. So I guess this is going to be a two-parter. Okay, here we go, day 2. So yesterday I made the comment that it was basically a scouting mission, checking out the water, trying to figure things out. And yeah, I was, when it comes right down to it, but I know the lake. I've fished it many times, just never this early, and not really targeting big pickerel. Started off on the bank, and that was unsuccessful in that shallower water, 6 to 10 feet. Got out on the features and caught that big brown and caught a couple of largemouth. So catching a trout and 2 bass, how does that equal catching pickerel? Well, no, it doesn't, but with the numbers of trout that were out there on those features and catching those bass, there's got to be a food source there. there's definitely something going on there. Those were all active fish. Fishing a swim bait and having them hit that hard, there was stuff going on out there. Those fish were feeding. The bass were nice and thick and healthy. The trout were looking really good. There's a food source there. So I think the pickerel are there too. Today we're coming out with live bait and going to slow drag those baits over those features and see what happens. You know, sometimes the bait doesn't work that well. If there's a food source out there and these fish are fed, a lot of times they will turn their nose up at a live bait. So, you know, whereas that swim bait, that tail moving, that color, whatever it happens to be, it actually creates a reaction strike, and that's why they hit the artificial instead of a live bait. They may look a live bait over and just leave it. So this is another experiment when it comes to using the live shiners. I'm hoping it works out. I'm hoping they're all over them, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's the plan to start anyway. It's going to be a beautiful day, a little warmer than yesterday. It should be flat calm again when we get there. Conditions being the same, the bite should be the same. So the least I'm hoping for is some big trout, some nice bass, because we did that yesterday. The bonus would be a trophy-sized pickerel. Of course, that was the goal to start. That was the target species. I'd really like to accomplish that goal, but fishing's fishing. Fishing is not always catching. So I'd like to catch something. I'd like to have something pull, and the bigger the better, of course. So, round 2. Let's get at it. There's weeds there. My minnow found them. That's not good either. Yeah, that's hung. Side of it and get it off. So the dragon minnow idea didn't work. I hung bottom twice, and every time I pulled the shiners in to check them, they had weeds on them. You know, there is a light carpet on the bottom. It's not standing weed, but that's enough to turn these fish off. They're just not going to pick those baits up. I mean, I could blame it on the wind. Wind's blowing a lot harder, but I pulled those baits across those features just right and didn't get one bite, and every time came up with weeds on the shiners. So that'll always turn them off and keep them from biting. White capping up. Rough. Oh boy. All right. That was a lesson in fishing. So came back out here today, brought some live bait, and was very excited to come out here and crush it. And instead it crushed me. Wind was blowing right when I got there, out of the northwest. It's supposed to be 70 degrees today. I'm in layers and I was freezing out there. Sustained wind, 10, 15. It didn't chop up too much. The very back of the lake got some white caps, but you know, conditions completely changed. The minnows didn't work. They were swimming down into the weeds. They pick up a little bit of grass and then nothing wants to eat them. But that bite was way off because I pulled away from the bait presentation after the first hour and started fishing the artificials that I fished yesterday, and I didn't get a bite. I didn't get a chaser. I didn't have any action whatsoever, and I can't blame it on boat control and the wind, because I was able to hold the features and I was able to fish them properly. Yeah, it was difficult, but I was on position and presenting the baits the way I did yesterday, and caught nothing. Frustrating, but that's fishing. I'm gonna come back out here and try it again. Still want to catch a big pickerel, so maybe round 3 will be better. Okay, here we go, round 3. I'm going to try a different technique with the shiners, but I'm also going to look for some big trout. You know, it's funny because I come out here trying to catch a big pickerel and I catch a big brown and 2 bass. Maybe if I come out here trying to catch trout, I'll catch a big pickerel. Just want to catch some fish today, want to have a good time, have some fun, finish this video up. So maybe trout will be the way to go. Okay, unlike my last time out here, well, last time out here it was windy, I couldn't see anything. But the time before, it was flat, calm, but no dimpling, pretty lifeless actually. But this time, I mean, there's fish dimpling, there's fish jumping all over the place. I'm excited. This is a gorgeous day. But the other thing too is I do have to rig a rod for bait. I do want to throw a shiner. Once I got out on the feature, that is. But yeah, it looks like, it looks pretty good. Check this out. He's seeing the dimpling too. That's beautiful. He's doing the same thing we're doing, just out fishing. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly how I'm rigging this shiner. Okay, so what I've got is a inline bobber stop, so I can increase or decrease the depth. I got my slip bobber, which will slide up to the bobber stop. A weight, split shot, keep that shiner down. And then about 2 feet, maybe a little bit better, with a number 2 octo. A little bit oversized, or a little big, a little oversized, but it'll keep a lot of these fish from getting hooked bad, because they can't really swallow the hook. Not only that, when a real big one hits, I've got the meat to hook into them. Okay, so let's put another shiner on. So the other thing I'm doing is hooking them right through the nose. Keeps them good and alive. And that's it. Wow, boy, there are just a bunch of trout out here. They're all working the bugs. Figures the day I come out here to catch trout, there's a hatch, and all they want are the bugs. Check out this hatch. Oh, you know what? There it is. That might have been the pickerel I've been looking for, and he just cut me off. But yeah, I mean, I look at this. I just got bit off. Yeah, you know, that was weird. My mind said bass, because I just felt the tension. And when I reared back, I snapped the sucker off. That's line against teeth. So I'm thinking it was a giant pickerel. Oh, she's down. She's down. I'm gonna unhook the bail, tighten down this drag, hook it up. Yep, we're on. Yep, we're on. pretty good size, but it's probably a, oh, he's spinning. Oh, it's a bass. Yeah, it's a bass. It's a bass. Kind of expected that out here, but that's all right. Yeah, that bobber went down like, wow, he's ice cold. 40 degrees. It was like a crappie bite. And he just spun on the way. There was no fight in him at all. Off you go, buddy. Yep. All right, another fish on the shiner. This one's a little bit better. I think it's a trout. I think it's a trout. Fighting way better than the bass. Yeah, it's a trout. It's a nice brownie. Looks like a nice brownie. Ooh, come on. That was weird. He wasn't fighting at all at first. Okay. Well, the bait presentation is working. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, buddy. It is a nice brown. Nice brownie. All right, down the net. Oh, yeah, she's a beauty. She's a beauty. Wow, looks like the one I caught the first time out here. Came off really easy. Just get a quick measure and then back in the water. Come on. Come on, buddy. Quick measure. Oh, he's not even 20. 18. Off you go. All right. Well, that was cool. That was cool. I'm glad I brought the shiners. See, the last time I was dragging them on the bottom. This time I'm suspending them off the bottom. World of difference. Keep the weeds off. All right. Well, had some technical difficulties, but ended up getting this rainbow, small one. I do believe I can just shake him off without touching. Yep. Easy on the fish, easy on me. Yeah, it was exciting to get hooked up, but I knew right away it wasn't very big. You know, seeing all these trout up on the hatch, I really didn't expect to catch one on a swim bait. But I guess since the wind has kicked in, maybe it's not so easy. There's a fish. Oh, I dropped him. That sucks. That felt a little bit better. See, if it was a trout, sometimes they'll hit it again. Sometimes they'll come right back and hit it again. That was a better fish. I could feel him twisting and rolling, and I thought for sure I had him, but he twisted out of that hook. So oh, are you wrapped? I think this big brown just got wrapped up in my line. Oh no, maybe not. He's just twisting and rolling. Wow, another nice big brown. It looks about the same size as the last one. Yeah, I think so. I think he's about the same size as the last one. Come here, buddy. Oh. Yep, twist and roll, twist and roll. Okay. Twist and roll. Oh, yeah, that's a nice brown. All right, if I just get the hook out, I'm just going to let this thing go right away. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Yep, that's the stuff that's definitely worth coming. Off she goes. Boy, she hit deep. Time. 12:30. Gee. My time is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. Oh, there's a fish. That's a good one. That's a good one. That feels like a big trout. Maybe it's the pickerel. I don't know. Let's find out. That's a good fish, though. He's digging. He's digging. Oh, there he is. There he is, everybody. That's the pickerel we were looking for. Yes! Are you kidding me? Oh, don't bite me off. Don't bite me off. Oh, that's the deal right there. That is the deal right there. Come on, baby. Yes! Yes! Are you kidding me? Oh, look at the size of this thing. Whoo! That's it. That is, oh, look at the size of this thing. Dude. Ah. Come on, settle down, buddy. Settle down. Yes! Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. Look at the size of this thing. Oh, man. I think I got my boga grip in here. I'm going to find out how much she weighs. But this is going to be catch and release. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's like a pike. There we go. Look at this thing. What a beast. What an absolute beast. Look at how big around that thing is. Like I said, pre-spawn. I'm seeing them coming in. So, wow. Definitely, I mean, this was the target species. This is what I came out here for. And there she goes. There she goes. Wow. Wow. What an absolute beautiful fish. What a thick monster. Yeah, she's full of eggs. That's the reason why she's so wide. But that was a heck of a fish. That was a thrill to catch. And it's the fish that I've come out here 3 times to catch, and I finally did it. So I'm thrilled. Accomplished the goal, and yeah, good release. That fish will be okay to spawn. Just not as big as I had hoped, but still absolute thrill. I'm on the top of the world right now. Yep, that was a thrill. All right, let's zip this back out and around. Wow. That was so stinking cool. Okay. I got a fish on the minnow. Oh, and it's a pickerel too. Look at that. Just nowhere near as big. It's nowhere near as big as the last one.
Yep, nowhere near as big as the last one. But 2 in a row. That's pretty cool. All right. Second one. Yeah, nowhere near as big, but yeah, look at these teeth. Ooh. All right, that's probably a male. See, I was going to keep that fish, but this is a lake that does not have a lot of pickerel. They're few and far between, honestly, and that's one of the reasons why they're so big here. All right, wow, that was a heck of a day. Yeah, you know, for April 1st, 40-degree water temperature, that was a great day. Yeah, I wish I'd hooked up on that first one that I broke off, and I didn't break him off. When I got tight on him, since he had that whole jig in his mouth, he cut me off. Those are the things that keep bringing you back. Chance at that giant, chance at that monster, state record maybe, who knows? They're out here. So I hope you like this edition as much as I like doing it. Day 2 wasn't much fun. Day 1 was cool. Day 3, yeah, baby. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Keep me out here doing it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Forgot my jaw spreaders. You know, you get into some really big pickerel, it's like catching pike. You really need something to pry that mouth open and get that lure out. And I forgot my jaw spreaders. That's not a good thing.